Hey everyone, welcome to Edexcel IGCSE Maths past paper video. Today we're going to talk about paper 1H from the higher tier of October-November 2024 series. So let's jump into the paper. Question number 1. The table shows some information about the hourly rates of pay of 60 workers. Write down the modal class. So modal class is always with the highest frequency. So as you can see, 18 is the highest frequency over here. So modal class is 10 to 50. So 10 less than P less than equal to 50. Work out the estimate of the mean hourly rate of pay of the 60 workers. Okay, so for this we would need to figure out the means of these classes. So 10 to 15, that is, the mean would be 12.5. 15 to 20, 17.5. So once again, what we're doing, for every class we need the mean of that particular class. This would be 22.5. This would be 27.5, and this would be 32.5. Simple, just mean. Like for example, 10 plus 15 divided by 2, you will get 12.5. Right, okay. So now what we need is we need to multiply. So actually mean would be 12.5 times by 18 plus 17.5 times by 16 22.5 times by 14 plus 27.5 times by 8 plus and 32.5 times by 4. Right. And all of this is divided by 60. So we just simply put it into the calculator. So you have 12.5 times by 18 plus 17.5 times by 16 plus 22.5 times by 14 plus 27.5 times by 8 plus 32.5 times by 4 divided by 60. So this is 32 over 9 equals to 19.5. So once again, this is an estimate, not the true value, because why? Because the real data is missing over here. So the raw data is missing. It's just an estimate. Right, okay. So let's jump into the next question. Question number 2. Use ruler and compasses only to construct the bisector of angle ABC. So for that, we need a compass. Okay. So first off, we would just need to draw a little bit arc over here. Okay, like this. Then we would come over this and let's change the color over here to, for example, red. And then we will create another arc over here. Over here. And then with the same length, come over here, point and make this one. Right. And all we have to do is to join these two lines. So for this one we would need a ruler and join these 2 points a little bit further. Almost. Right. That's it. Black. That's your angle bisector. Okay. So if you see through this, that's it. You can erase a little bit of the arcs just to show what happened exactly over here. Oh, sorry. No. But you don't have to erase everything. So just a little bit is more than enough over here. So for example, over here, to show the what happened over here, that we created arcs to form angle bisectors. Right, that's it. That's your angle bisector. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. Simplify p cubed raised to power 5. So this is just simply power on power rule. The rule is that we just simply multiply the power. So this would become p raised to power 15. Expand and simplify. We have double brackets over here. So 2n times by 4. So 8n squared plus 2n times by 3. This is 6n plus n squared minus 4n. So we just rearrange and simplify. This will become quadratic. 6 minus 4. These are the like terms. So plus 2n. Actually, sorry, we had 9n over here. Sorry, 8n squared plus n squared. This would become 9n squared, and 6 minus 4. That's it. All right. So although this is the simplified form, okay, but you could factorize out 1n also. So 9n plus 2, both answers would be correct. Simplified does not mean that we cannot factorize it a little bit. It just means that there is no further cancellation possible. Right, okay. Solve 2x plus 5 over 3 equals to 4 minus x. So this is easy. First step is to multiply 3 on the right hand side, or multiply 3 on both sides. So 2x plus 5 over 3 equals to 4 minus x. So you times both sides by 3. Okay, so this way this will be just simply cancelled. This becomes 2x plus 5 equals to 3 times by 4, 12 minus 3x. This would become 2x plus 3x equals to 12 minus 5. And this would become 5x equals to 7. Therefore, x would be 7 over 5. And that's your answer. Okay, so that's question number 3. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 4. Here's a Venn diagram. Okay, so we have two sets A, B. There are some items that are not part of either one. Okay, list the members of the set B. So you have 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so 2, 3, 5, 7. List the members of the set A intersection B. So this is the A intersection B, so this would be just 3, 7. Okay. List the members of the set A complement. So everything that is not part of A is 5, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Right? So 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 5, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yes, that's it. Right, and that was the little question. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 5. The diagram shows a cylinder. The radius of the cylinder is 70 centimeters. The height of the cylinder is 18 centimeters. Work out the volume of the cylinder and give your answer in liters, correct, to nearest liter. So remember, 1 liter is 1000 centimeter cubed. Okay, so first off we need to find the volume of the cylinder, which is pi r squared h. This would be pi times by 70 squared times by 18. Pi r squared h, right. So pi times by 70 squared times by 18. So this is, since this is not the final answer, we can keep it in the exact form for the moment. 0.88472 centimeter cubed. Right? Okay. Now we need to convert it into liters. So 1 liter is 1000 centimeter cubed. So in liters, this would be 277,088.472 centimeter cubed is equal to, so this entire thing, once again, 0.88472 divided by 1000. So divided by 1000. Actually, we just needed to bring decimal 3 points. 1, 2, 3. So 277. And right, 277. So 277.1, and we need it to the nearest liter, so this would be 277 liters. So answer would be 277. Right, okay, so let's move on to the next question. Question number 6. A is equal to 2 cubed times by 5 raised to the power 4, 7 times by 11. Right, we have B also, we have C also. Find the highest common factor of A, B, and C. Write your answer as a product of prime factors. So this is easy. We choose the prime factors or the prime numbers with the lowest power. So HCF would be 2 squared times by 5 squared times by 7. 2 is the lowest power, 2 is the lowest power, and 1 is the lowest power. That's it. That's it. Right. So 2 squared, 5 squared times by 7. Right. That's it. Let's move on to the next question. Shop A and B have offers for buying the same type of laptop. The normal price of the laptop in shop A is different to the normal price of the laptop in shop B, okay? Normal price $475, get 15% off our normal price. That means, see, the normal price of shop B is already different and they're offering 15% off this and 16% off this particular price they're offering, okay? Which shop gives more money off their normal price? Okay, so basically we need to see how much is the difference between them, or how much is the actual discount, not in percentage but actual discount. Right, okay, so 16% of 475, that means 16 over 100 times by 475. So this would be 16 times by 475 divided by 100. This is 76. Right? This is for A. Now for B, this is 15% times by normal price equals to, we don't know that actually, right? But we do know, this would be 85%. Of P is 408. Right? So therefore P would be 408, 85 or 0.85%. So 408 divided by 0.85, this is 480. So therefore 15% would be, actually we can just simply subtract these also, right? So 480 minus 408. You could alternatively also do 0.15 times by 480 now. The answer would be the same. So 480 minus 408, this is 72. And just to check whether we are getting the same thing, yes, 72. Right? So this is offering more discount, right? So A offers more discount. A offers more money of their normal price equal to 76, and B offers just 72 of their normal price. Okay, right, and that's it for question number 7. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 8. Factorize x squared plus 5x minus 24. So we can use sum and product rule. You may be familiar with different kind of sum and product rule. Like for example, how to do that. So in some books, you might see this type. So you have x squared over here, you have product over here, you have sum over here. So x squared can only come from x and x, but we need to come up with a combination for 24 so that we get 5. So 8 and 3 would be sufficient, and when you cross multiply x times by 8, 8x, and 3x, there's only one combination that gives us positive 5x. That is, if this is negative. Other ways to do this is, you might see this in A levels, that for example, if you have x minus alpha, x minus beta equal to 0, so alpha plus beta would be equal to minus b over a, and your alpha times by beta is equal to c over a, which is basically the ax squared plus bx plus c. So a sum such that this is equal to minus b, that is equal to minus 5, right? And the product such that it equals to minus 24. So that's what we have basically. So we just actually needed to solve, we just actually needed to like factorize this. This is just x plus 8, x minus 3. Now we need to solve this. Now the solving part comes. So this is x plus 8, x minus 3 equal to 0. So one thing you have to remember, that whenever you have two numbers, the product of which is equal to 0, so either this is 0 or this is 0. So either either x plus 8 is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. That means either x is minus 8 or x is equal to 3. So x is equal to minus 8 or x is equal to 3. Now solve the inequality 3y plus 5 greater than 7y minus 10. Okay, so first off we need to rearrange them. So we take y terms on one side, constant terms on this side. So 5 plus 10 greater than 7y minus 3y. This becomes 4y 15. So now you can rearrange 15, and therefore you divide by 4 on both sides. This becomes 15 over 4. So y less than 15 over 4. And that's it for question number 8. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 9. Write 8.4 10 raised to the power minus 5 as an ordinary number. Okay, so you have 8, 4, so we need to go 5 steps, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you have 0, 0, 0, 0, 8, 4. Okay, work out 6.5 times by 10 raised to the power minus 40 times by 8 times by that. Okay, so first off we can separate out the constants, and then we can deal with this one. So minus 40 plus 185. Because since the bases are the same, we can just simply multiply them. Add the powers. Now, to do this one, you can also make it 65 times by 10 raised to the power minus 1 times by 8 equals to, times by this, which would basically bring minus 1 on the power of 10 also. So 8 times by 65, right? So 60 plus 5 times by 8. So 480 plus 40. So basically 520 times by 10 raised to power minus 40 plus 85 minus 1. So 185 minus 41, that is 144. 520 times by 10 raised to power 144. However, this is not in the standard form. We need to bring the decimal over here. So to do one little thing, just to remember, if you need to divide this by 100 to bring the decimal over here, we need to multiply by 100 also over here. So this would become 5.2 10 raised to power this is 10 raised to power 2, by the way, so this becomes 146. Right, so 5.2 10 raised to power 146. And that is question number 9. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. Here are two similar triangles. Work out the value of x. Okay, so right. These are both right angle triangles, so that means we can find the value of this one using Pythagoras theorem. So ED is equal to 51 squared minus 24 squared square root. So this is 51 squared minus 24 squared. This is 45. Right? Okay. Now we can do the similar things. Okay. So you have 7.5 over 45 equals to x over 24. Right? So these are the corresponding sides. Basically, you can see by the double arced angle and the single arced angle. So these are the corresponding sides. So therefore, x would be 7.5 over 45 times by 24. So 7.5 times by 24 divided by 45 is equal to just 4. So x is equal to 4. And that's your question number 10. Let's move on to the next question. Complete the table of values for y equals to 2x plus 1 over x. Alright, so let's do this. So you have 0.5 plus 1 over 0.5 would be just 2, right? So 2.5 times by 2, that is 5. Then you have 1 over 1, so basically this is just 4. Then you have 4 plus 1 over 4, so basically 4 plus 0.25, so 4.25. 2 times by 4.25, so this is 17 over 2, 8.5. Then you have 2 times by 5 plus 1 over 5, which is 0.2, 10.4. Okay. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to x plus 1 over x for 0.5 less than x less than equal to 6. Okay. So 0.5, 1, 4, 2, 5. Wait a second. Right, okay. And then 3, 6.7. If this is 7, this is 6.5, so 6.7 would be somewhere over here. Right, okay, never mind. We'll okay. 4, 8.5. 8.5 is somewhere over here. And 6 is 12.3. 510.4. So 10.4 would be right over here, and this is 12.3. So roughly over here. So the graph would look like this. I actually lost all the points, but this over here, they would right, this over here, this over here, there was this over here, and this over here. Right, okay. In your working, try to make it a little bit smoother. Otherwise, okay, that's question number 11. Let's move on to the next one. ABC is a right angled triangle. D is a point on BC. Okay, AB is equal to 4250, angle BAD is 47, BCA is 24. Work out the length of DC. Okay, right. Okay. So let's figure out what we actually need for this one. We don't know any of the angles over here. We don't know this side either. Okay, so we can find out this one by doing 180 minus 90 minus 47. So this is 43, so that means this would be just simply 90 plus 47. Okay, 137. Right, and the third angle then would be 180 minus 137 minus 24 would be 90. Okay. Okay, so first let's write that. So ADC is equal to 90 plus 47, 137 degrees, and therefore the DAC is equal to 180 minus 137 minus 24, 19 degrees. Okay. Now let's see what we are missing. So we need at least one side to be able to figure out this side. So, right. If we can find out this shared side, AD, using trigonometry, right? We can use the sine ratio, right? Sine of 43 degrees or cos of 47 degrees. Either way, that would be fine. Sine of 4250 divided by AD, or you could do cos of 47 4250 divided by AD. Okay, either way you will get the same answer. So AD is equal to, right, okay, 4250 divided by sine of 43 degrees, or you could do AD is equal to 4250 divided by cos of 47 degrees. I will show you that this would be correct either way. So 4250 sine 43, the answer is 6231.687. This is an intermediate answer, so we can keep it this way. And cos of 47. As you can see, this is the exactly same answer, right? Identical as over here. Right. Now that we have this side, we can use the sine rule. So DC over sine of 19 degrees equals to AD 6231 divided by sine of 24 degrees. So DC would therefore be 6231687 over sine of 24 degrees times by sine of 19 degrees. So this divided by sine of 24 degrees times by sine of 19 degrees. So we are getting 4988.1, and we need it to the nearest integer, so this would be almost 5,000. Oh no, sorry, 4988, sorry, 4988. Okay. Right, okay, that's it for question number 12. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. The probability that Thomas gets to work early on Saturday is 0.7. If Thomas gets to work early on Saturday, the probability that he will get to work early on Sunday is 0.9. So this would be 0.9. If Thomas does not get to work early on Saturday, the probability that he will get to work early on Sunday is 0.6. Okay, right, okay, now use this information to complete the probability tree diagram. Okay, so for every branch the total would be 1, so this would be 0.3, 1 minus 0.7, this would be 0.1, and this would be 0.4. Right, okay, work out the probability that Thomas gets to work early on both Saturday and Sunday. Right, so this would be this one, Saturday, Sunday, so this would be 0.7 times by 0.9. 0.7 times by 0.9, so that is going to be 0.63. Okay. Alright, so that's question number 13. Let's move on to question number 14. B is inversely proportional to the square of D. So inversely proportional to the square of D, okay? Okay. Find a formula for B in terms of D. Right, okay. So you have B equals to some constant of proportionality equals to D squared. If we just need to find out K, right? So you have B equals to 0.25, D equals to 12. So K would be equal to 0.25 times by D squared, so 144. 0.25 times by 144, that is 36. Right? So B would be 36 over D squared. Right, that's question number 14. Let's move on to 15. Question number 15. So write this in the form of this. Okay, so we just need to multiply 1 by 1. So 3x times by 2x minus 1. This is 3 times by 2, 6x squared minus 3x. Now we multiply this by 5x4. 6 times by 5, 30, x cubed, 4, 24, 3, 15, and 3, 4, 12, x. Okay, so you have 30, x cubed, 24 minus 15, that is 9, x squared, minus 12x. So 30 x cubed plus 9x squared minus 12x. That's your question number 15. Let's move on to 16. OAPB is a sector of a circle center O angle AOB is 50 degrees. Area of the triangle OAB is 120 centimeter squared. Right, work out the angle of the sector, area of the sector OAPB. Okay, so since we don't know the radii, we need to find out from this. So area of triangle OAB can be found from half r squared sine 50 degrees. Right, and that is equal to 120. So we need to find out, right, because it's half AB sine theta, right? So that's how it's going to go. So r squared is going to go 120 times by 2 divided by sine of 50 degrees. 240 divided by sine of 50, this, and then you take the square root. This would be 17.7, right? Okay. This is already in this form, so we don't need to do anything. Okay. Now, for the area of sector, this is going to be pi r squared times by 50 over 360 degrees. We have r squared now in exact form also. So pi times by 240 over sine of 50 degrees times by 5 over 36. So that would have been easy. Pi times by 240 times by 5 divided by 36 divided by sine of 50 degrees. So this is going to be 136.7, and we need up to 3 significant figures, so this would be 137. Right, let's move on to question number 17. Express root 675 in the form 10 n root 27 where n is a positive integer. Okay, so first off we need to do the prime factorization for this one. So this is divisible by 5, so we do 5 divided by 1, 3, and 5. See, 5 times by 1 is 5, 1 remaining, 5 times by 3, 15, then 2 remaining, then 135, then 5 again, 5 times by 2, 10, and then 5 times by, so 35, so 7. Now it's square root of 27, so basically this is almost it. So 675 is equal to 5 squared times by 27. So therefore when you do the 675 root, you are doing root 5 squared times by root of 27. So this can be represented as 5 root 27. That's it, right? So 5 root 27. Show that 5 minus root 2 over root 2 minus 1 can be written in the form a plus root 2. Okay, so we have to rationalize this. 5 minus root 2 divided by root 2 minus 1 times by root 2 plus 1 divided by root 2 plus 1. So 5 minus root 2 times by root 2 plus 1 divided by difference of squares, so 2 minus 1. So basically it's just 5 root 2 plus 5 minus 2 minus root 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3, but 5's root 2 minus root 2 is just 4 root 2 plus 3. And that's our answer. Right? Okay. So that's our answer. Right. Let's move on to next question. The histogram shows information about the time some students took to complete a puzzle. Okay, work out an estimate for the fraction of these students who took between 20 minutes and 60 minutes to complete the puzzle. Okay, so 20 is over here, 60 is over here, right? Okay, so we know that the area of each bar represents the frequency, right? So okay, so we basically need to figure out students between 60, right? So you have, this is 0.8 times by 5, 20, 25, right? So 0.8 times by 5 plus 5 times by 4 then you have 30 times by 2.5 plus, and that's it. Right, okay. Right, okay. So if we can find them, then we can find out the rest of these also, okay? So 0.8 times by 5 plus 5 times by 4 plus 30 times by 2.5. So this is 99. 0.8 times by 5, 5 times by 4, then 30 times by 2.5. Okay. Right, okay. So fraction, never mind. So 99 over 99 plus 1.5 times by 10. This is 10 times by 0.8. And this is 5 times by 4.6. Okay, so 99 divided by 99 plus 15 plus 8 plus 5 times by 4.6. So 99 over 145. Okay, let's move on. An arithmetic series has a first term A and common difference D. Sum of the first 30 terms of the arithmetic series is 4395. Sum of the 10th term and the 20th term is 284. Work out the sum of the first 45 terms of the arithmetic series. So we have two conditions and two unknowns. So sum of the first 30 terms, we know the formula, Sn n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. So this would become sum of first 30 terms, 30 divided by 2, 2 times by a plus n minus 1, n is 30, so 29d equals to 4395. Second condition, for sum of the 10th term, that is a plus 9d plus 20th term, a plus 19d is 284. Now 2 times by 15 is 30, so this would become 2a plus 29d equals to 4395 divided by 15, which is 293. Right? And this one is 2a plus 28d equals to 284. So we have two conditions. So 2a plus 29d equals to 293, and 2a plus 28d equals to 284. So we subtract these two equations, we get minus 293 minus 284, that is D equals to 9, and therefore A would be right, okay, so A would be 284 minus 28 times by 9 divided by 2. So this would be 284 minus 28 times by 9 divided by 2, which is 16. So, right, work out the sum of the first 45 terms, right? 45, so 45 divided by 2 times by 16 plus 44 times by 9. So you have 2 times by 16 plus 44 times by 9 is 45 over 2 times by 428. So 45 times by 428 divided by 2, this is 9630. That's it, 9630. Right, okay, let's move on to the next question. The curve with the equation, this has a minimum point, right? Find an equation of the tangent to the curve at the minimum point. Okay, so first we need the dy by dx. So dy by dx would be 4 comes down, so 4 times by 2, x, 4 minus 1, 3, minus 64. So this is 8x cubed minus 64. Now at minimum point, dy by dx is 0. So we need to find out where 8x cubed minus 64 is 0. So x cubed is equal to 64 over 8, which is just 8. So x would be 2. Now we need to find out the y coordinate at x is equal to, so y is equal to 2 raised to power 4 minus 64, 2. So this is, right, so 2 times by 2 raised to power 4, so this is 32 minus 64 times by 2, which is minus 96. So coordinate where this is happening, so minimum point is 2 minus 96. Okay, now we need to find the equation of the tangent. So the equation of tangent y minus y1 mx minus x1, so y minus 96 equals to gradient we found out. Oh, sorry, it's the minimum point, right? So there is no gradient, right, okay. So this would be 0, so the equation of tangent would be y equals to 96. That's it. Sorry, minus 96. Right, okay. Now let's move on to the next question. X squared plus y squared over w. X is equal to 28.4 correct to 1 decimal place, 7 correct to 2 significant figures, 90 correct to nearest 5. Calculate the upper bound for the value of t. Okay. So upper bound we get when we increase the value of a numerator and decrease the value of w, right? So we need to find out the upper bound of x squared plus y squared. So if it's correct to 1 decimal place, so x is between 28.35 to 28.45. Similarly, if it's correct to 2 significant figures, so this is between 16.5 to 17.5. Similarly, w is in between correct to the nearest 5, that means 90 minus 2.5, 87.5, and 92.5. Okay, so this means that we need the upper bound of x squared plus y squared. So that means we will choose the upper bound values, 28.45 whole squared plus 17.5 whole squared. So 28.45 whole squared plus 17.5 whole squared, this is, and the lower bound of w. So w lower bound 87.5. So this divided by 87.5. So we get 12. We needed to 3 significant figures, so 12.8. Right, okay, let's move on to the next question. The diagram shows a bowl in the shape of a hemisphere. The outside radius of the bowl is 12 centimeter. The inner radius of the bowl is 9 centimeter. Thickness of the bowl is uniform. Right, okay. Work out the volume of the metal. Okay, so we need to find the full volume. So volume 4/3 pi r cubed, right? So pi. So since they're both hemispheres, we're cutting out the volume of smaller hemisphere from the larger one. So 2 pi r cubed. So r cubed minus r cubed. Right? Okay. So this would be So 2 pi by 3 times by 12 cubed minus 9 cubed. This comes out to be 666 pi. And we need to the nearest whole number. This is going to be 2092 centimeter cubed. 2092. Right, okay, so let's move on to the next one. Right, okay, so the curve C has equation y equals to x squared minus 8x minus 9. Straight line has equation y is equal to k. That means it's a horizontal line. Right, so if, for example, this is the quadratic equation, the straight line is maybe, for example, somewhere over here. C and L intersect at points A and B. All right, so that means K is literally at least above this. The coordinates of point A are okay. This is P, and this is Q. Right, so this is your y is equal to K. Given that P minus Q is 14. Okay, find the value of K. So there are several ways to figure this out. So first off, what you can do is figure out where these roots are, or where this minimum point is. So for example, minimum point can be found by doing x is equal to minus b over 2a, or you can just simply differentiate this also, like dy by dx is equal to 2x minus 8 equal to 0, and that would get you x is equal to 4. This would be 8 over 2 times by 1, which is also equal to 4. So x is equal to 4. That means your y should be equal to 4 squared minus 8 times by 4 minus 9. So 16 minus 8 times by 4 minus 9 minus 25. Right, okay. So this is minus 25. This is where the P and Q difference is 0. So we know that there's a symmetry over here. So even for roots, for example, if you have A and B, so A plus B divided by 2 will give us this line of symmetry. So same thing will happen with P. So P plus Q divided by 2 would be 4. That means P plus Q is 8. P minus Q, so P plus Q is 8. P minus Q is 14. So when you add these, this cancels out. You have 2P, 8 plus 14, 22. P is 11. So Q would be 8 minus 11, right? This is just 3 minus 3. So that's it. P is equal to 11. No, sorry, we need the K. Sorry, we need a K, right? So since we have the P and the Q, we can just plug into this value, right? So y equals to x squared minus 8x minus 9 is equal to 11 squared minus 8 times by 11 minus 9. So 121 minus 88 minus 9, 24. That is your K. Right, okay, moving on. Question number 24. OAB is a triangle. OA is 10A. OB is 10B. ARQ and ORP are straight lines. AP is 1/4 of AB and OQ is 1/5 of OB. Write the following vectors in terms of A and B. Okay, so AQ would be the OQ minus OA, right? So OQ is 1/5 of OB, so 1/5 of 10B minus OA, which is 10A, so 2B minus 10A. Okay, then you have OP, so OP, right? Okay, so OP, we can go to OA and then AP. For that, we would need to figure out AB also. Okay, so OP would be OA plus AP. OA is 10A plus AP is 1/4 of AB, which is going to be now OB minus OA. OB is given as 10B, 10B minus 10A. So 10A plus 1/4 of 10B minus 10A, sorry, 10A. Okay. Right, so 10A plus 5 over 2B minus 5 over 2A. So 10 minus 5 over 2, that is going to be 15 over 2A plus 5 over 2B. So you have, we can simplify out the 5 over 2, so you have 3A plus B. Okay. OR. Right, to find this out, you have to remember that OR is some scalar multiple of OP, and AR is some multiple of AQ. Right? So like OR plus AR, OA plus AR plus OA. So there we have two different definitions for OR. So one OR was some scalar multiple of OP, and the other one was OA plus AR, which is some multiple of AQ. Okay, so lambda times by OP we figured out to be 5 over 2, 3 over 15 over 2 A plus 5 over 2B, and OA is 10A plus AQ we figured out to be 2B minus 10A. Right, okay, so we write them together. So 15 over 2A, sorry, 15 over 15 lambda A, 5 lambda over 2B, and this one would become 10A minus 10 mu, sorry, A, right, yeah, that was fine, 10 minus 10 mu A plus 2B mu, right. So since both of these descriptions are identical, 15 over 2 lambda is identical to 10 minus 10 mu, and 5 lambda over 2 is identical to 2b mu. So this would mean that we have two different descriptions for this. So 15 lambda is equal to 20 minus 20 mu, and this is 5 lambda is equal to 4b, sorry, 4u, simply just 4u. Right, okay, so if 5 lambda is 4u, then 15 lambda is going to be equal to like times by 3 times by 3, 12 mu. So therefore 12 mu is equal to 20 plus 20 mu, so minus. So 12 plus 20, that is 32 mu, equals to 20, that is mu is equal to 20 over 32, 5 over 8. Right, okay, so lambda would be 4 mu over 5, so 4 over 5 times by 5 over 8, so 5, 5, 1, 2, 1 over 2. Right, right, okay. So now it's up to us which way to use now. We can find out this one. So we have lambda already, right? So we have lambda, we found out OP also. So OR is equal to lambda times by OP. Half of OP was 15 over 2, A plus 5 over 2B. So this would become 15 over 4A plus 5 over 4B. So 15 over 4A plus 5 over, yeah, so 5 over 4B. That's it. That's your question number 24. Right, moving on. The function f is such that this is equal to this, where x is equal to greater than 6. Find the inverse function f inverse of x. Okay, so inverse of a quadratic function, remember, it only works if we have at least half the function, like at most half the function, because when we take the inverse, the vertical line test will fail. Right, so first off, what we need to do is we need to express it in the completed square form. So x squared minus 12x plus 7. So 2x squared minus 12x plus 6 squared minus 6 squared plus 7. So this would be 2x minus 6 whole squared minus 2 times by 36, 72, plus 7. So minus 72 plus this is minus 65. So this is 2x minus 6 whole squared minus 65. So remember, this is where the x greater than 6 is coming from. So if this is our y, so we can find out the inverse by just simply doing y plus 65 equals to 2x minus 6 whole squared. X minus 6 whole squared would be y plus 65 over 2. And then, we do the square root. This would be plus minus y plus 65 over 2. And therefore, you have x is equal to 6 plus minus y plus 65 over 2, which basically loosely translates to this thing. The 6 plus minus x plus 65 over 2. Now the problem is which one of these signs to select. We can't select both of them. So remember, the range of the inverse function is the domain of the original function. So the f inverse of x is greater than 6. So obviously we will choose the plus sign. So we will choose the plus sign. Right. Plus. That's it. So 6 plus x plus 65 over 2 square root. Right, and that's it for this question. Let's move on. Oh, that's it. That's the final question. I hope you enjoyed solving this paper with me. If you have any questions, doubts, or confusions, feel free to reach out in the comments. If you'd like some one-on-one coaching for the May June 2026 exams, also sign up with the links given in the link tree. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.